A deal has been reached between the government in Ethiopia and the Tigrayan forces for a permanent ceasefire in the country's civil war. According to the World Health Organization, there are around 5.2 million in need of humanitarian assistance in the Tigray region, including 3.8 million who need health care.
It was a busy and crucial October for the peace ambassadors. There were lengthy deliberations in South Africa, and cameras rolled for the whole world to see.
As far as both parties are concerned, we have made painful concessions because addressing the pains of our people is far more important than the kinds of concessions we have made.
The people of Ethiopia expected more than the text of this agreement. They demand peace and harmony. They desire development. They have charted a promising and bright future.
And in less than 48 hours before the second anniversary of the deadly conflict between them in northern Ethiopia, it was time to show everyone that indeed some white smoke was emanating from Pretoria.
Today is the beginning of a new dawn for Ethiopia, for the Horn of Africa, and indeed for Africa as a whole.
Away from the glamour down south, many back home cannot just erase the treacherous 2 years of war. They chose to remember what was lost in the conflict through this ceremony in Addis Ababa. The breakthrough was hailed by various organizations, including the United Nations and the country's Prime Minister.
Today, I am pleased to commend the federal government of Ethiopia and the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front for yesterday's signing of a permanent cessation of hostilities.
Very often after a peace deal, tricks and mischievous maneuvers are common. I implore you the respected people of Tigray, our Tigrayan brothers and sisters, with the utmost sincerity, to play your role and duty of Ethiopian citizenship along with your other brothers and sisters, since we are ready to honor our commitments. I urge you to end here the trickery and mischievous activities of a very few. Enough.
For others, like Andom Ghebreyesus, a Tigrayan who fled to Kenya after the war, the scars of the bloody 2-year conflict between the Ethiopian government and Tigrayan forces are still fresh and run deep.
I left Tigray with my kids. The rest, they are there. I don't know what happened to them. It has been 2 years. I haven't heard anything from them. They live around the border with Eritrea, and that's the most unreachable place. No communications, no power, no banking system. I don't know even if they are alive. I don't know.
Ghebreyesus is among many who are cautious about trusting the lifeline of the accord, and just like he mentioned, the tiny northern country of Eritrea still poses a threat to both Tigray and Ethiopia. Forces that have fought alongside Ethiopian ones has not commented, and it was not immediately clear whether Eritrean forces had begun to withdraw. Troops from the country have been accused of breaching the borders and meddling in the conflict, at times provoking rebels into a war that was seemingly left out in the deliberations and could define the course of the treaty. For now, Mekele, the capital of Tigray, is adjusting to normalcy. Ethiopian media outlets ceased using the word terrorist to refer to Tigray authorities and forces. No sounds of gunfire have been heard for at least 2 weeks. The agreement says Ethiopia's government will expedite the provision of humanitarian aid and expedite and coordinate the restoration of essential services in the Tigray region within agreed timeframes. Enormous challenges lie ahead in implementing the deal, including getting all parties to lay down their arms. Ethiopian government and rival Tigray People's Liberation Front, who control the northern Tigray region, are in Kenya for talks over disarmament. Bureau Report, World of Africa.